Today we're going to talk about one of the most famous verses in all of the Bible, John 3:16. We'll start at the very beginning with this word for. Tysiąclecia has bovium. The word for tells us that this is part of something bigger. So when we see the word for, we should read maybe a little bit before this, a few verses, and try to understand what the context is of what is being said. The subject of the verse is going to be God. God in this verse is the doer. He is the one who is doing something, and he is doing something to the world. In Polish we have świat, but notice in English we have to have the article, the word the. We have to answer the question, which world? The world, of course, our world. And what did God do to this world? He loved it. And he adds this little word, so loved the world. Tak in Polish. For God so loved the world. In this case, we might understand so much. How did he love the world? He loved the world so much that, this is connecting what he's already said with what he's going to say. So he so loved the world that it caused him to do something. In this case, he so loved the world that he gave. Again, in Polish, dał. Notice in English we have to have a pronoun. In Polish it is assumed in the verb, but in English we have to state it. He gave. God, of course, is the one who gave. What did he give, or who did he give? He gave his one and only Son. In some versions you may read, especially in older versions of English, that he gave his only begotten Son. In Polish, syna swego jednorodzonego, only begotten is just an older way to say the same thing. His one and only Son, who is, of course, Jesus. And notice it says he gave his Son. So this implies more than just that Jesus came to live on the earth. It also tells us, speaks of everything that Jesus did, including, of course, dying on the cross. And it says that God gave his one and only Son, again, that, connecting what was before with what comes after. So he gave that. Or in this case, we can understand so that. In Polish, ape. So he gave. What was his purpose? What was his reason for giving his Son? It was so that whoever believes, and notice he doesn't say whoever works hard or whoever is good or even whoever goes to church. Those are all good things. He doesn't say those things. He says whoever believes. Believes what? Believes in him, of course, in Jesus who died on the cross. And what will happen to this person? He shall not perish. Perish is an older word. It means to die. In Polish, we have nie zginą. He shall not or will not perish. So this is what will not happen to this person who is believing in Jesus. But instead, what will happen to him? He will have eternal life. So this is what will happen to this person who is believing in Jesus. So from the beginning, for God so much loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, Jesus, so that whoever believes in him, in Jesus, shall not perish, but instead have eternal life. And that is John 3:16 in English.